Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Troll Talk podcast. This is episode 12, officially, recorded on YouTube or on Twitch for YouTube and Spotify. I can't talk today. It's going to be fun. My guest today, as the command says, is a 7'10" male model known as TheChak. Chak, how are you, buddy?
Good. I'm not 7'10". I'm 6'4".
Nah, you're 7'10".
And
Close
sometimes
enough.
I've tried to take nice pictures sometimes.
You take amazing photos all the time. And you
Better
have
stop.
gotten your confidence, and I fucking love it because everybody knows you are a male model. But how are you, dude?
I'm good, man. I'd be lying if I said I didn't wake up an hour ago.
That's okay. I could tell by your voice. How long were you up till? Because I swear to God, you messaged me at like 7 a.m. and I'm like, this man has not gone to bed yet.
Nope. I went to bed at probably like 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. So
Jesus. Okay. I mean, that's not too bad, though. Like, you're a Twitch streamer. That's a normal sleep schedule, isn't it?
I guess I fixed it for Boys Trip though. That was the thing.
Oh,
I
fuck.
technically fixed it. It made me wake up earlier for maybe like a week, and then I realized, oh, I don't have to keep doing this. So I just stayed up as long as I wanted, then went to sleep.
Yep.
And now we're back to being fucked again.
I did that before I started this job, and now a month in, I'm struggling. But for people that don't know who you are, what you do on Twitch, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, I'm TheChak. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a professional disappointment.
That's Roto.
That's fair. That's fair. I hang out with Roto too much. I do just chatting content, mainly on streams and stuff. I used to play a lot of video games, but I strayed away from that. I found a way to bring improv, like an actual improv show to Twitch. I named it Yep Also, to play on words to yes and. I didn't have to think very hard to find what the title should be. I just got really high and I just wrote it down and I rolled with it. But I do a bunch of stuff where I have guests on, or if it's just me solo. My streams are anything but normal. They're just I hate using this word, but like it's slightly chaotic because I don't ever want anything to go the way I planned, because it's more fun that way to keep me on my toes during the stream.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, at the end of the day, one of the things with the podcast is like I have a full notepad of stuff that I want to talk about, but it can derail, and I enjoy it because those are the best conversations that we'll have.
Dude, 2 nights ago, I had the perfect amount of edible, and what I ended up doing was playing like some mythical fairy music in the background, and what I was doing, I was grabbing people's names from chat and monologuing a story about them the whole time, and it was the most fun I've ever had.
Huh?
Oh yeah, I'll do it.
Are you sure it was
do it for you
edibles
later.
and not something else?
No, it was edibles and it was great.
Mythical stuff.
No, I made it fun. I'll send you the fucking
Dude,
the links
I gotta watch it.
to
I
the
gotta
clips.
watch it. But you kind of already mentioned something I want to start off by talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You started off streaming a lot earlier than a lot of other people I talked to.
Yes.
You started off in 2018.
Yeah, man.
And you were an FPS streamer, but you mainly started on Realm Royale.
Yeah, I did. I started on Realm Royale.
I mean, you sprinkled in some Fortnite, some Overwatch, some WoW, but like Realm Royale was the game that not only started your Twitch career, but also got you affiliate back in 2018. Oh, you're laughing. Yeah. Oh, great. There's a little story to this. What made you start on Realm Royale? Because you're the only other person besides myself I've ever heard play that game.
Okay, well, first of all, listen, I don't have a history growing up playing shooters and stuff. I barely got to play video games at all, and when I did, it was World of Warcraft, but it was because I was sneaking on to play it behind my dad's back because I was always grounded.
Mm-hmm.
So shooters for me never came naturally. So I just kind of, like, as I got older, I just started playing games that my friends recommended to me, and, you know, I got into Fortnite and stuff like that, and I wasn't streaming just yet for Fortnite. And then this stupid game called Realm Royale was announced, and I was like, oh, Ninja's playing that game. I have to play the game. You know, I hopped on the Ninja hype train, and I was like, oh, it's so cool, man. When you get knocked, you turn into a little chicken.
Yeah.
I got in there, and I found out that I was like, you know, not too bad at it. The aiming is really straightforward. Everything is hit scan. You don't have to worry about bullet drop at all. And I was like, this is a game for me. I'm a pro, dude. This is fantastic. And that game got me to affiliate. Now to this day, my friend and my mod Bum, he's like, why don't you play some Realm Royale on stream? That'll probably get you to partner.
I mean, hey, Bum is a real one. Bum was the one that told me about Realm Royale. You're going to get to understand that I might have talked to a few people for this podcast.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, wonderful. I wish a couple people got back to me, but sadly, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, Realm Royale, you are the only person I've ever heard of, and probably the only person ever on Twitch to actually get affiliate from that game. Like, let's be honest here.
That is correct. That is probably the realest statement so far. Yep.
Like, at the end of the day, I get why you played it, and I I honestly respect the fact that you played a game that you enjoyed. You weren't grinding for the affiliate part, you just kind of hit it. But at the
Yeah.
same time, what made you start streaming in general to then lead to like gaming content before you even started?
Well, dude, so to be honest, I didn't have an interest in streaming before. I feel like I found Twitch a little bit later than some other people, like
Hmm.
some real OGs and stuff. But I went to college, community college, to be a musical theater major. And
Hmm.
one of my buddies, Marcus, he still streams on Twitch. His name's Shinobi Rush. He does a lot of Destiny stuff. He was talking about streaming, and it piqued my interest because I was like, oh, like I love being the center of attention, or at least I used to be. I used to love that, not as much anymore. But I was like, I want to find a way where I can entertain people. But
Yeah.
like being new to Twitch and stuff, I didn't really understand what I had to do, so I just kind of followed the trends. Where I was like, okay, okay, Twitch is just for playing games. I'm just gonna play games and see what happens. Because
Yeah.
sometimes I say funny shit when I play with my friends, and
Sometimes.
maybe people will like that. Yeah, keyword sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. But that was like my motivating factor. And the funniest thing is that when I hit affiliate, I pretty much stopped streaming after that. And
Yep.
I only did it like every now and then.
Yep.
Um,
It,
and
it
I picked it up here or there. Go ahead.
No, 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 go ahead. Go ahead. Keep talking.
Oh,
It's about you, it's not
okay,
about
fair
me.
enough. um, so I would only stream like every now and then, and I would always put other people's needs before mine. And then
Hmm.
finally, when COVID hit, I was single, and I was like, I want to get back into streaming. But when I got back into it, I was just doing the same shit I was doing before. Like I met a new group of friends, and I was still just playing games, and people would clip it if something funny was said, or if I fucked up, which happens often because I suck at shooters. Um, and that was it. Nothing really like I was ready to give up again. Because I was like, this just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Um, and then I found a bunch of people tweeting about this fucking weird ass man named Capri Sun Poppy, and and Hover, and I went to go check him out, and I got integrated in the Hover community, and I became really good friends with Capri Sun Poppy, and he's one of my favorite people, and he's a really good friend, and I'm so glad to have his insight in terms of like streaming and just his friendship in general,
Yeah.
man.
Capri's also a person that like he's had that trial and error aspect of streaming, and he doesn't talk about that much, but it's something that you've probably had conversations with him about.
Yeah.
I've been in a call when he's mentioned it. Like he did not get his stride until like at least 5 years into streaming, and multiple
Hmm.
accounts later. Like at the end of the day, that man is like tried and true when it comes to trial and error, and now he's found his stride. He's found the group of people that enjoy what he creates, and he is one of the most like he's one of the funniest motherfuckers on Twitch, like hands
Yeah.
down. And he doesn't even try. That's the
Oh
best
yeah.
part. But
100%.
like with everything that started your Twitch career, right? You said that you followed the trends of gaming and stuff like that, and you thought that was the cool hip thing. And then once you hit affiliate, you kind of like sporadically streamed, and then you
Mhm.
jumped off for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
And then you came back, as you mentioned, during COVID. What made you stop for a year and a half?
Okay, so I'm very much so a person that always puts other people before me. I've
Hmm.
done that my whole life. And I've been in like one long-term relationship to the next long-term relationship with like zero downtime. And I always thought the way to maintain a healthy relationship is to just invest all of your time in that other person and not worry about the things that you do,
Yeah.
but help them with the things that they want to accomplish. And it was taking a toll on me. It was, it was 4 years of me doing that shit to myself, until I finally like gave up. I talked to my girlfriend at the time, and I was like, "Hey, I promise you, this is gonna sound super cliche. It's not you. I swear to God, it's 100% me. I need time to figure out who the fuck I am because right now, all I know is serving and helping you and others around me, and I've never took the time to take care of myself. So
Yeah.
that's what I decided to do during COVID, and I was like, I want to get back into streaming, because I know deep down that I'm capable of making it big. Like I just like when I think about it, I don't think, yeah, I can get 100 people. Fuck that. I know minimum I can have average of 1,000 people. So
Now,
yeah.
honestly, you have to be your worst critic and your best fan, like, or your biggest
Yep.
fan. Like, I stand behind that statement, and you know, as an outside source, that's kind of one of the things I wanted to talk about last. But I mean, I'll mention it now. It's like you are on track easily to be one of the biggest creators on Twitch by fucking far, and I can't wait to see how far you take it. But
It's too nice. I don't do well with compliments still. I
shut
haven't
up,
worked in that part.
shut the fuck up. Anyways,
I do much better with that. Yeah, shut up.
shut up, fuck you.
Fuck, dude.
But to bring everything back to the beginning, right? You went from FPS, you started on Realm Royale, then you went to Fortnite, and Fortnite is still something that you play now on stream time to time. You do a lot of just chatting, but you've integrated games.
Yeah.
You got your Rust server we'll talk about here in a bit. But with Fortnite, you say you weren't really an FPS gamer, but you were also playing like the event tournaments with your friends and stuff like that. When did you realize that you were actually like a good gamer? Like, even if you don't want to admit that you are, you do have the aspects to be a good gamer. You were good at building in Fortnite. You had funny moments. You hit viral, or quote unquote viral clips. You hit like the TikTok clips for shots and content shots. But you did all of that just casually in tournaments, like no scoping people 150 meters away in Fortnite and stuff like that. Yes, I might have found your old YouTube channel, and I want to talk about that as well.
No.
But
oh no, I don't even remember the login for that.
well, that answered one of my questions. God fucking damn it! But
yeah.
mentioning that YouTube channel, which by the way, I will post a link in chat later today. You had the it factor, and you still do, but you had an it factor back in 2018 for Fortnite content and just funny moments content. And that YouTube video I watched proved it all. I want to know, was it the fact that you lost the login to that account to where you didn't, like, you know, build on the little success you had on that video at the time? Or was it something different that made you just stop the YouTube content in general? Was it like the girlfriend situation where you didn't give time to yourself? Or what do you think it was?
There were just more things in my life at the time that I valued as more important, which was wrong. It was not more important. Yeah, I don't know. There's been multiple times where I've started something, and I've gotten to the point where I'm above average at it, and then I just drop off. I just stop doing it. I don't know if I have undiagnosed ADHD, but a lot of people with ADHD say that that's something that happens. So
I don't know what HD is, but I got 80 of them bitches.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I just I either lose motivation or I let other things take my focus away that shouldn't be taking my focus away.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what happened.
Nah, I get that. And the one thing I want to ask you too was like just the whole beginning of your content creation kind of being put on a halt for a year and a half. Do you wish you could go back and get that time back, or do you think the point that you are at currently was meant to be with your content creation career?
I don't think I would want to go back in time and change anything. Sometimes I like to dwell on it and figure out what could have happened, but then when you do that, it just hits you with a bunch of anxiety, and I'm already like a really big overthinker. So I think where I'm at now, I was meant to be here around this time. I think if it would have happened earlier, it would have been too early, and it would have just dwindled out and burned out and not turned into anything. Either way.
Nah, I can understand that. I feel like if the cards were played back in the day compared to now, you'd be a pro Realm Royale streamer that's partner off the game kind of thing. Instead of the point where you're at now with some of the, you know, strongest, most loyal people you've met through Twitch as your friend group. And, you know, being able to create the memories that you have, which is also something else I want to talk about later. That would have honestly never happened if you had that year and a half on Twitch still, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The cards were played right in your favor, and now here you are.
I think with the person I was that long ago, I don't think I would have had the community that I wanted. The community that I want is the community I have right now. And it's fantastic.
I honestly cannot agree more with that kind of statement. The community you have is fucking phenomenal.
Thank you, man.
The video that I mentioned allowed me to see the glow up of your stream, though.
Oh, no.
You've had an incredible glow up, and this is where I want you to pay attention to the video. And for people listening on Spotify, make sure to tune into the live streams or watch on YouTube to see these photos pop up, because you can't really see them through Spotify. But, Chak, I want to talk about the lifespan of your stream. You started off as a faceless streamer playing Overwatch. You had the little red and black. You had your little view counter in the corner.
I had everything. I had
You
everything that they
had
told you that you should
everything.
have when you start off.
Yep. And no webcam, which then all of a sudden you were playing WoW and you had a little webcam that in the corner beside your nightstand.
Oh God. Yeah.
You had this. What webcam were you using back then, or is it the same webcam?
No, different webcam. I still have it. So this was actually, for me, this was a big moment. This was the only time that my dad ever has supported something that I wanted to do. And for my birthday, he surprised me with a Razer Kaio.
Oh
And
shit!
that meant the world to me. Granted, not a good camera now.
Now.
I didn't know how to set it up before. But it meant the world to me at the time. I still have it. But yeah, it was the Razer Kaio. I use a Logitech C922 right now, but I'm looking to upgrade it soon.
I use my phone.
Yeah, which is so wild to me, but fucking sick, dude. Awesome.
Do you have iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
If you have like a second iPhone, because you've probably like upgraded at some point. I'm using an SE 2020 and an
Oh
Epoch
shit.
cam.
I have the iPhone 10.
Yeah, dude, literally. Download Epoch cam. It's $8. It's from Elgato, and connect your phone to your PC, and boom, you have a good looking webcam that you can fucking zoom in with. You can change your focus, all that stuff.
Ooh.
All you gotta do is touch the screen. It's super easy, and you can turn on your flash if you really wanted to. But for me, I don't need to.
All right.
Yeah.
Fucking good to know, dude.
Next step, though, you went from this in what looks like the side part of your room, like I am, to a different camera angle, with your bed in the background.
Different camera angle, same room.
Same room?
This room has been through a lot. That's the same room. I'm in the same room now.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, man.
You're trying to get all 4 angles of this wall at this point. You're gonna hit partner. You're gonna go to the 4th wall.
Listen, when I feel anxious, I just start reorganizing and rearranging my entire room, and it helps me feel better.
That's fair. What were the upgrades from this photo to this photo? Besides, like, you can see a little orange box. That was a red and black little tiny overlay he had around his webcam, and that was it.
So I think actually that photo is before the other one.
Really?
Yeah. So I think
Because I have
actually
two
I don't
other
know.
related to this one.
I don't know actually. I don't remember. It's been that long. The difference was I don't think I had those lights on behind me. They're there, but they're not on. There we go. And then I have them on, but no other lights.
Yeah.
And I'm smacking the fuck out of my forehead, which is something. The mic is different. I had a USB mic called Mayono. It was like $40. It came with the arm and like a pop filter and stuff. Something real cheap.
That combo. Yep.
Yeah, my closet's in view. You could see it.
Mhm.
I hate that. I hate how my closet's in view. I'm too low to the ground. My camera's in the wrong angle. I guarantee you, if you listen to videos from those streams, you will not hear any filters on the mic either. None.
There was absolutely none. A 3-minute funny moments video gave me all of this, and then you went to honestly the biggest jump in my opinion. You went to this. You got lighting, right? There's filters. You could tell that there's filters on to make it look better. And you completely changed your overlay from like the little black and red to a gray and blue. And not only that, tell me about the logo of an owl.
Okay, so I thought at the time that the best option for me was I need to find a way to market myself. Which was wrong. You don't need to really focus on getting yourself unique overlays right off the bat.
No.
Actually, the simpler the better most of the time.
Yes.
But I paid somebody on Fiverr and I said, I don't know what I want to have for a logo, but I love owls. I have 2 owl tattoos. This whole arm I want to have is owls. This was my very first tattoo. But I was like, let's make the owl the logo or something. So he did it, and they created that for me, and I used it for a bit. And I also used my full name back then on the slides for my socials, which was stupid. Thanks for the reminder, by the way. I will have to figure out the login and delete that video just because of the doxing.
I don't think I saw anything like that in the video. This photo is actually from the video on your current channel.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
My journey of streaming so far, I believe that video, the only one that's not a short. I
have like all shorts right now mainly.
Kid you not, got this photo 10 minutes before I went live.
That's beautiful.
I added it in, and then finally we're at the point where you are now. Oh, sorry, fuck, wrong photo. We're at the point where you are now. Where you have your background. Oh, I can hear myself. Echo. No, we're good. I had an echo there for some reason, probably on my end. But
You're good.
we now have your background, all the posters in the back, where chat has been loving so far. You, with your lighting, it looks crisp, it looks good, it looks clear, right? And even without, I can tell your whole lighting isn't on right now for,
Yeah.
this, but you still look good. The purple works with your webcam. It's fucking great.
Hell yeah.
Out of all of the jumps, and of course there's probably a few that I am missing, out of all the jumps that you've had in your overlay setup and just your stream in general, what do you think was the most impactful, if there was any? It could be just an audio upgrade, a visual upgrade. What do you think was the most impactful?
Dude, honestly, this stand-up desk is a fucking game changer, and my friends make fun of me for it with how often I talk about it. But when I talk and like I have fun and I want to engage in conversations, I move around a lot, and I
Yeah.
always felt very limited sitting down. So I started a little donation goal to see if people would help me get a stand-up desk. And fucking BB Jess and a good friend and a longtime community member of mine, Psychotic, um, they both pitched in money so I can get this stand-up desk, and it's made everything a lot more fun for me.
Yeah, of course.
I have not as much space in this room, which is fine, but I could literally run around. I can go to the door, you know,
Yeah. Ooh.
things like that.
We can see one cheek. I can see the whole
Yeah,
preview, but
there you go.
there you go. I got a little private show there.
Nah, there
I'll
you go.
take it. And my encoder's saying overloaded. This is great. Your ass made
No,
my encoder overload, bro. Come
let's
on.
go, Chet.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
But I got one quick question for you before we continue.
Okay.
Where is this screenshot from?
It was before I got my haircut. I can tell you that. I think this was right before Boys Trip, maybe, but I'm not entirely sure. It looks like I'm singing.
What if I told you you are, and it's your most viral clip when you were singing a certain song?
Oh, he spreads my cheeks and he makes me scream. He's my number one daddy, gonna make him cream inside of me. Shout out to Mikey, aka Thonged Along, for getting that song stuck in my head.
Hey,
By
fun
the way,
fact, it's now stuck in my head. It's a button on my stream deck that I played at the same time that you were singing. And for anybody in chat after this podcast, you can do !chat and it will play the audio that he can't
That's
hear right
fucking-
now.
that's so
Daddy
good.
gonna make him cream
Inside of me.
Just keep riding me.
That's fucking beautiful. I love
Yeah,
that.
I had to add it. You have to, like, every single guest is gonna live long and prosper on the channel in one way, shape, or form. And I couldn't really turn you into an emote because you've turned yourself into many. And I'm just like, that's kind of stealing. So instead, we have sound commands on the channel. There you go. You officially have the longest sound alert on the channel too.
Let's
At
go.
7
That's
seconds.
fucking sick.
I always tell people 6 seconds or less like my sex life, but you got 7.
Wow.
You got 1 extra pump out of me.
Let's go, dude.
And I want to acknowledge a message in chat. Yes, Cree, that is why I was singing it yesterday, because I've had this planned for a couple days.
Fuck yes, dude.
I was
Fuck
just
yes.
playing Warzone, and I'm like, he spreads my cheeks and he makes me. I'm just doing it. I'm like giving everybody the little hint, but nobody
Yes,
knew where it was
dude.
from. But
It's beautiful.
to go into something, a little further back, you mentioned it before your streaming career. You went to college. You were in theater. You were
Mhm.
part of a big hit musical play called Grease.
Ah, fuck. Yeah.
Tell me
Yeah, I
about
was.
what made you get into theater.
I was around it my whole life, man. My dad and my mom and my stepmom and my second stepmom. I've had 2 stepmoms. They were all in theater, and if they weren't in theater, they were doing ballet and jazz dancing. So I actually grew up from about the age of 4 or 6, 4, 5 or 6, whatever, until about 12, doing ballet and jazz.
Holy shit. You like jazz?
Dancing. You like jazz?
You like jazz?
But I would do, yeah, I would dance. I would perform the Nutcracker. I would play Fritz multiple times. Fritz was like their little shitty little brother that would break Clara's Nutcracker and stuff, and create the whole dream sequence that was the Nutcracker and all that shit. I performed in Vegas once, and I got scouted by somebody who wanted me to go dance for them at a school, and my stepmom said no. And then shortly afterwards, I stopped dancing altogether. They pulled me out of it. It's the whole thing.
I mean, with the way that you threw it back in this photo, I think you're a pretty good dancer. But, like,
Yeah.
what was the performance in Vegas before or after this Grease show?
Oh, way before. I was like 12 for Vegas. This
Wow.
was when I was 23, 24.
What am I doing with my life? I'm 22. Jesus.
Well, I just like there's something magical about being on stage performing for people. Like you've got that initial anxiety and the nerves, but then you get on there and you just start performing this thing that you've been practicing for months and building these relationships with the cast and stuff. And it's just so much fun. Unfortunately, opening night I was not taking care of my voice. So I lost my voice opening night and it sounded like I smoked 30 packs of cigarettes and I
Ugh.
will never not think about that.
Jesus. The
Yeah.
funny thing is, like, I wasn't somebody who got into theater, but I've always been somebody who's liked the arts. Like, I like music production, which, if you know Lost Pool Boy, also a person who's been on the podcast, we talked to him about his, music side.
Mhm.
I was also a person that in elementary and middle school did plays.
Oh yeah.
And I know exactly the feeling that you're talking about. You had those nerves, you had the anxiety, but then all of a sudden, the moment you walk out on stage, bam, everything changes. You're the star of the show, or you're trying to be, no matter if you're the main character or not, and you're
Yeah.
just putting on a show. What I want to ask you is, with all of that experience, and I'm pretty sure the answer is obvious, do you feel like that correlates to what you do on stream today?
Oh, 100%. So much inspiration comes from that. If I didn't have a theater background, I would not be doing what I was doing today on stream. I wouldn't have the capability to do it or the creativity to come up
Hmm.
with the shit that I do. Um, so I owe everything to that theater background, to the dancing background. Um, yeah.
What made you leave it?
Well, I was mainly doing it at the college. I was trying to do one last show right before COVID.
Hmm.
And I'd gotten a lead role in the show and I was working really hard and I was very excited for it. But it got canceled due to COVID. Um, and because of the COVID restrictions, shows just kind of came to a stop everywhere.
Hmm.
And so I was like, okay, I can't do that, but I want to try to do something that kind of replicates the feeling of performance in a way. So um, got me back into streaming, but I still was just doing like regular streaming stuff. I wasn't scratching that itch.
Yeah.
So when I met Capri and I realized that people can do just chatting content and create this um, pretty much shows for 2 hours, come up with these ideas. I was like, then I have the potential to do that as well. Then,
Yeah.
so it kind of opened up my mind to things that I could create, and that's when I just started writing down ideas after ideas, sitting in Discord calls, just talking to people. I was never not in a Discord call once I met Capri and that community and stuff.
Yeah.
And for like 2 months, I didn't touch a single fucking game at all. It was just me trying to work on my stream, trying to improve myself, and then writing all these ideas down in a book. So
Hmm. No, I 100% understand that. And, like, that's one of the things for me personally that I need to work on more is just be in those calls. Be in the calls with you guys. Like, I know pretty
mhm,
much everybody in the calls already, so it's not like I'm a stranger or I'm trying to leech info. We all build off each other at the end of the day as a streamer,
yeah,
right? We can
absolutely.
we can all spitball ideas off each other. We'll get the honest feedback of, like, yeah, I'd watch that. No, I would have watched that. Your idea is great. Your idea is stupid. Whatever the case may be, right? The honest truth is what's going to push us to that next level. And for me, it's like, the ideas that I come up with one in every 2 to 3 fucking months.
Mhm.
I know for a fact if I was in these calls and stuff like that, it'd be one a week. It'd be 2 a week, 3 a week, because
It's
I would just be able to sit there with like-minded people and just
yeah,
brainstorm it. A couple ones that I wasn't able to do, like, a lot of my inspiration comes from, like, Ludwig. Not as much now because I'm more focused on Sorry, Capri, and the streamers around me as, like, my
yeah,
biggest inspirations. But, like, when I started off, and even up till recently, it was Ludwig. One of the biggest things, roast. I wanted to do the roast of Trolley, and I wanted to do that
mhm,
April Fool's Day. And I reached out to a few streamers. They agreed to be on it, but I could never solidify everything that I needed to get done beforehand. And that was, like, one of my biggest missed opportunities, because right after, like, middle of April, 3 other streamers I knew were doing a roast, and I'm like, fuck, I missed out on it. And
yeah.
I want to ask you, have you ever had those opportunities, or have you ever had those, moments where you had something planned, or maybe you were trying to hop on a trend and it just, or maybe even start a trend again, that you just never really fully went through? And especially since you talked about your ADHD, I feel like the answer might be there already, but is there any kind of missed opportunities that you wish you could go back and do, or do you plan on recreating any of the missed opportunities?
There's a couple of things that I want to revisit. Also, I don't know if I have ADHD. I'm just kind of like I'm thinking maybe I
Undiagnosed.
have it. I've never
Yeah.
gotten a proper
Yeah.
diagnosis. There's just when people who have ADHD speak about it, I was like, a lot of that relates to me.
Hmm.
Fuck. Um, so it's funny that you brought up the roast. Before I actually saw this kind of growth, I thought let's do a roast of TheChak, and I won't do that again, at least not for a very long time, because I, for whatever reason, I thought it was a good idea. My average was 15 at the time, and I was like, I'm just gonna DM some people and see if they could submit some roast, which a couple people did. But the way I had formatted it was too reliant on other outside people bringing the content in for me. I
Yeah.
didn't plan enough on my end to supplement that,
Hmm.
to deal with that if there wasn't enough coming in. So at the end of the stream, it left me feeling frustrated and defeated, and I ended up ending the stream like kind of short. And a couple people reached out to me like, "Yo, you good?" I was like, "Man, I'm just too hard on myself. I did not prepare this the way that I should have. And it was something that just needed to happen for me to realize that I didn't approach it the right way, anyways. So, it's a
I
learning
agree. He should
experience.
revisit Realm Royale. That's one of the biggest things. He'll hit partner if he does.
Yeah, fuck you, man. Who said that? Who said that?
Who do you think?
God
Come
damn.
on.
Oh, fucking bum. Fuck you, bum, dude. Come on, man.
So, like, talking about the roast and the aspect of, like, the streamers or the other people having to bring the content for you is
Mhm,
one of the things that I've kind of learned, especially from Capri, right? We talk about Capri
mhm.
a lot, is the fact that, yeah, you do have to plan stuff like for yourself. You got to plan the dead air. You got to be able to control that. You got to be
Yep.
able to improvise over that. But let's talk about like Sexy Island. He had the questions, but the content came from the contestants, right? The
Yeah.
reactions, the answers, what we did, how I dressed up as a Teletubby in the first one, and that became a moment in the YouTube video, which is still a sound
Yeah.
alert on the channel, exclamation point PP. But at the end of the day, for me with the roast, I wanted to treat it as like a stand up comedy thing,
Yeah.
but like a stand up roast. I was gonna have Game Pass Abby or I think Game Pass Ab was gonna be the closer, Ham was gonna be the opener because they're former stand up comedians,
Yeah.
right? And then I was gonna have a bunch of people who kind of knew me, who just I knew were gonna come up with some good fucking roast and give them like 3 to 5 minutes, open floor, go nuts, roast the fuck out of me. And it is an idea that I am debating on revisiting, but I feel like the hype is kind of gone from the roasts to where it's
Okay.
just I don't know, but it's also something that's just like on the back burner. But what I want to ask you is what is the most ambitious project that you've taken on as like for streaming? What is the most ambitious idea that you've wanted to do that you did?
Probably the improv show. To be honest, I didn't even know if it was possible to translate it in a funny way
Hmm.
or a nice interactive way to chat. The very first episode that I did, um, if you go back and look at it, it's mainly just improv impressions is what it is. But every time that I've done the improv show, I've added something different or worked on it to make it a little bit better. So now what I have is separate categories that are kind of solidified, and then every now and then I'll trickle in some new ideas to kind of improve it.
Yeah.
Um, I'd say that, yeah.
No, that's honestly one of like the coolest things too is you have a lot of very unique ideas on your stream, a lot of very unique like concepts. The stuff we're gonna describe it either very poorly, and I wanted to show
Or the
off my
the
water bottle
Telvin
build.
show.
Tell Dan show it. I wanted to bring up my dick water bottle, and Kitten yelled at me no, because I was gonna hide it in my sleeve, and all I was gonna show you was the tip. I was
Oh,
like, yeah, it's a water bottle. It's got a pear on the back. Yeah, I was gonna do that, and then I just ended up describing, melatonin and a stamp. But it's small and it's white. It's sticky.
that's one thing about the stream that I love so much. I think I'm gonna change the name to Telvin Show. I'm gonna change it to Is it sexual?
You
Because
know
every
what?
time somebody starts with the description, they're like, it's long, it's hard, it's girthy, and sticky stuff comes
Yep.
out of it. And I'm like, come on, bro. Like they either describe it in a way where you think it's a dick or it's a cock ring. And I can't get away from it, but I just kind of let it happen.
I mean, your most recent TikTok is Roto. It's long, black, and hard. And then you
Yeah,
just
and it's
sat
just
there and you're like, do I answer this the way I want?
yeah. I was like, you son of a bitch, dude.
Yep.
But it ended up being the fucking VR control, and at the end of it, he's like, yep, but
Yeah,
it's also
you know
my
what
dick,
else?
and then
Yep.
cuts it off.
That was honestly a great fucking TikTok. But when it comes to like projects and stuff like that, of course, I want to talk about what you have up and coming here in the future. But what I find ironic is reminiscing on the past. Your name used to be Ironic.
I knew as soon as you said the word ironic.
Oh, I've slipped it in 3 times.
Yeah.
You haven't caught it yet.
Missed it until this moment,
Yep.
man.
I find it ironic.
Yeah, that name plagues me. It haunts me, man.
Tell me about where that name came from and why you rebranded to TheChak.
I don't know. I went through this phase where I thought it would be cool, like especially in World of Warcraft, naming your characters things that were like real, actual words and shit. And I thought, oh, ironic. I was like, with ironic, I could kind of build a brand around like alerts, and like if I got a follow, you could have Alanis Morissette sing, "Isn't it ironic?" And I had like this whole thing planned out that didn't happen. I didn't do it. Ironic was taken, so it was ironic_AW, and everybody called me Ironic. Aw. Aw. Yeah. After I broke up with my girlfriend at the time, she legit told me, she goes, "I'm really glad you changed your name to TheChak because ironic was fucking stupid." And I was like, thanks.
So, when you first started streaming, were you known as Ironic or were you known as TheChak? Like back in 2018?
Ironic.
Really?
Ironic. Yeah,
You had
ironic
affiliate under the
underscore
name
AW.
Ironic?
Yep.
That's
yeah.
ironic.
I hate you.
Fuck you. But we're at about like the halfway point. I just had to throw in the ironic story because that's funny as shit.
No,
but actually, no.
that's
Before
valid,
we do,
that's fair.
where did TheChak come from then?
TheChak is half of my last name.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Honestly,
Yeah, I thought it would be easier. I took the easier part for people to pronounce, and people still fuck it up.
What's the worst?
They still fuck it up.
What's the worst it's been called?
Chalk, Shack, Chuck, Chook.
Okay, Chook and Chuck are the worst. I called you
Yeah.
Chalk before, and I was
Which
like, no,
a lot
it's
of people
Chak.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
there's no
Shack.
L.
There's no L in there,
Yeah.
so there'd be no reason why it
Because you
should
already
be
took
pronounced
it when you
Chalk.
were ironic. Aw. Anyways, halfway
I almost
point.
left the call, but I realized it'd fuck up your overlay.
It wouldn't. It would just expose our DMs.
Oh, let's not do that.
Let's
then.
not do that. There's a couple things there that I don't want to show, but we're about the halfway point. For people that listen to these podcasts, know I like to do a couple segments, and this first one is 20 questions. Let's get to know you a little bit better. Just rapid fire stuff, random questions, right? Basically, see your preference on stuff, and if you want to explain any of your answers because you feel like you might get judged, feel free. Take the time to do so. But I want to start off with what's your favorite day of the week?
Favorite day of the week. Favorite day of the week. I don't know why, but Wednesday has always been like a nice, comfy day for me. Wednesday is just, I don't know. It's just, Wednesday is just a cool day. I don't know how else to explain it.
It's hump day. Favorite day in the favorite city in the U.S. besides the ones that you've lived in?
Probably Vancouver, Washington. Vancouver, Washington is where my grandmother lives on my dad's side. It's like a smaller little place, and it's right by the bridge to cross over into Oregon and stuff. And she's got these little blackberry bushes in her backyard. I got a lot of really good memories there. I'd go over there, and my grandfather would make me mint hot chocolate with some fresh mint leaves and stuff. So that place has just a special place in my heart. That or Mount St. Helens, that whole area, really amazing.
You have a unique answer. Most people are just like, L.A., New York.
I live in California. Anybody who actually lives in California, most of them will not tell you they like LA.
Yeah, I believe it. I can't wait for TwitchCon, and you're gonna show me around. But favorite holiday?
Favorite holiday? I don't really have a favorite holiday, but I'm gonna choose Halloween just because I love fall.
Halloween is great. First celebrity crush. You're old enough to say the Queen, right?
Did you say the Queen?
Yeah.
Like Queen Elizabeth? Yeah, man, she really gets me going.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
I like how dusty she is. No, fuck, man. Okay, so as a kid,
I know where this is going already.
No, I don't think you do. Spy Kids episode 3.
Okay.
When I was a little kid, Spy Kids episode 3, there was some girl that was in the movie, and I immediately crushed on her. I crushed on Lava Girl as well. I went through a Megan Fox phase because of Transformers, and I got out of it. I actually walked past Megan Fox in Long Beach. And I was in like 8th grade at the time. I was at the Grand Prix, and her husband at the time, Brian Austin Green, was competing in the races. And I walked past her, and my dad pointed it out. And my 8th grade self, I was like, I'm never gonna get a chance to marry her now. I missed my opportunity to sweep Megan Fox off her feet. I loved her so much in Jennifer's Body and Transformers. Yeah. Yeah.
See, I love your answers because I have this, like, I have the same ones kind of thing. Like, I remember crushing on
hell
every
yeah.
single one you just said. But the fact
Yes.
that you walked past Megan Fox as like an 8th grader.
Anna Sophia Robb, Bridge to Terabithia as a kid as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fucking
That
funny.
movie broke my heart. Still breaks my heart to this day. I will cry every time I watch it.
So, watch party?
Yeah. Bridge to Terabithia watch party. Let's go, dude.
Let's go. Place you want to travel to the most currently. Like, pack your bags and go right now.
Probably England.
Okay. Anywhere
Yeah,
in
I
specific?
grew up with. No.
No?
Just I want to explore the whole place. I grew up a lot with my dad. My dad and I would watch a lot of British comedy.
Are you sure the Queen's
And I've
not your
always.
crush?
She's on my to-do list, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You trying to get
I'm about
that?
to be decreed royalty here in a second. I'm gonna be knighted. If you feel me, dude. Picking up what I'm putting down.
You're really trying to dive into that Queen's Murdussy.
Why Murdussy? Why? It's everywhere. Everyone's talking about the Murdussy, bro. It's growing like a plague, man.
Everybody loves the Murdussy. You could never deny it. Cake or pie?
None. Final answer. I will eat a piece of pie over a piece of cake, but
Okay.
I prefer like cookies.
Okay. But you
Yeah.
answered it with pie. You slipped up.
Yeah.
Favorite ice cream
well.
flavor? This is gonna ride or die the rest of the podcast.
Anything peanut butter chocolate, dude. Cold
respect
Stone has
it.
a peanut butter cup perfection, and it's god. I ordered a gotta love it portion the other day, and I just fucking blew through that whole thing, and I'm slightly lactose intolerant, and it was so fucking worth it.
I'm sorry. What was the size?
Gotta love it or whatever, or gotta
God,
whatever.
I love it. What the fuck is that? You're talking to a Canadian.
Gotta love it. Yeah, you never had Cold Stone? There's no Cold Stones in Canada.
Cold Stones used to. There's only like 4 in Canada. I've gone to one, but they never had that size. It was just small, medium, and large because they were part of Tim Hortons. Cold
Small,
Stone
medium,
Creamery.
large.
Yeah.
No, here they're like it, love it, gotta have it, like shit like that, and it just gets bigger and bigger because America.
I mean, yeah, your guys is probably like our 2XL when it comes to ice cream because our servings were so small. But holy fuck, it was good, but it was expensive. It was like $6 for a echo. Okay, we're good back. Or we're back. It was like $6 for a single scoop.
By the way,
what?
Is it echoing on my end, or is it just coming from
I
me?
think it was an echo on your end, but I don't know. It's fixed now. We're good. It only pops up for like 2 seconds and then goes away. But I'm like really loud in the echo, and I'm like
Oh shit.
No, it's all good. Don't worry about it. But I was gonna say if you hate on mint chocolate chip, this podcast is over.
Almond chocolate chip.
No,
I've never
almond.
had.
No, just
almond.
mint chocolate chip.
Just mint chocolate chip.
Yeah.
No, I love mint chocolate
Okay,
chip.
we're good. We're good. Podcast.
I'll fight to the
continues.
death for that. Somebody told me it tastes like toothpaste. I said you're wrong, and you've probably never brushed your teeth in if that's what you say it
Thank
tastes like.
you. You're the only other person that says it the exact same way I do. You just hate brushing your teeth if you don't like mint chocolate chip. Fucking bitch. Fuck you.
A bitch. Fucking bitch.
Have you ever worn socks with slides?
No, I've never owned a pair of slides actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
No, I
Interesting.
have regular sandals that I barely wear, but I have.
Okay.
They're called rainbow sandals. They're made out of leather, and I got them in 2013 because I used to be super religious. Fun fact, like I was a youth group leader, kind of religious,
Yep.
and all of the other youth group leaders had these rainbow sandals, and they talked about how comfortable they are. And then you slide on these leather sandals for the first time, and they beat the fuck out of your feet. They tear it up, they rip it up until you could break in the leather. Your feet are bleeding, and then a month later, they're like, "Wow, these fit kind of nice. I don't want to go through that again. Fuck that. Fuck that brand. Fuck those sandals."
I believe it. Like leather is
Mhm.
just one of those things that it's relentless.
Yeah.
It's really relentless on the body. And that's why there's whips made out of leather. On a scale from 1 to 10, how good are you at keeping secrets?
It depends on the secret. I'd say 7 or 8. If I'm
Any
in a
10 is lie.
relationship with somebody and I have a surprise for them, I can't keep it in. I get too excited to show them what I got them, and I'm like, "I got you a surprise for your birthday," and they're like, "I can't wait." I'm like, "You want to just see it now?" They're like, "No," and then they think about it like, "Okay, let me see it now."
Yep, I feel that. I feel that. Big dogs or small dogs?
Either at this point, now that I'm older, either doesn't matter to me.
What is your dream car?
Dream car. Honestly, never thought about that. The car that I want to buy next, though, because I had to sell mine, is probably a Toyota Corolla hatchback or a Tacoma.
Okay.
Something that somebody of my size can fit in comfortably. Because my last two cars was an
7 foot tall.
'05 Chevy Malibu and a Honda Fit, and I did anything but fit in that car.
You had a Honda Fit
Yeah.
as somebody who is 7'10".
hmm
What the fuck?
Yeah.
If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Chilaquiles.
Huh? No, what now?
Easy. It's a Mexican breakfast dish, compiled of usually tortilla chips or just fried tortillas in general. And you can do a green sauce, a red sauce, a mole sauce. They usually have like onions. You could do over easy eggs. You could do scrambled eggs. There's usually cheese like cotija on top. Some sour cream. Like there's a whole bunch of different elements. I implore you to look up pictures. It will make you hungry. Just think of it like breakfast nachos.
Oh, don't say that. I'm a picky eater. Like, I'm not a big fan of like onions and shit, like onion, tomatoes, stuff like that. But at the same time, I
Mhm.
always love to look at nachos, and I'm always like grabbing the piece that just has cheese and meat, like cheese and meat, and I'm like, just all the
Yep.
time. Giving or
Yep.
getting presents?
I'd rather give presents, to be honest.
Your answer was
Getting
a little
presents,
hesitant.
it's like a compliment kind of thing. I don't do well with it.
Mhm.
And then sometimes like I feel like, oh, maybe their present is better than what I had originally given them, and then I start to weigh it like there's more value for some reason, which there usually isn't in that
No.
sense.
Sentimental value is the biggest thing. There's no money that can outweigh sentimental value.
Exactly.
Pizza or pasta?
Fuck, man. What are these questions? These are hard.
One or the
Recently,
other.
I would choose pizza over pasta.
Okay. I could honestly
Yeah.
murder a pizza right now. Favorite video game series of all time? Realm Royale.
Like I shut your mouth. Like I said, I didn't grow up playing like a whole bunch of games, so my first exposure to a lot of video games was Blizzard, and unfortunately, Blizzard is not a good company anymore. They are fucking terrible.
I'm still
But
buying Overwatch 2, but they're a shit company.
you don't have to buy Overwatch 2; it's free.
Overwatch 2 is $53 Canadian when it comes out.
That's if you. Is it?
Yeah.
Because I thought that's just a pre-order, so that way you could play it sooner and get beta access.
Well, when you pre-order a game, you have to buy.
Do you not own Overwatch already?
I do, but from what I've heard, it's gonna cost like it's not a free DLC kind of thing as a game.
And they definitely changed it because initially they said anybody who owns Overwatch is going to get Overwatch 2 for free because it's
I
pretty
hope
much
so.
the same game, just upgraded.
Hey, they
That's
got a
it.
Toronto map. It's the first ever fucking game to have a Toronto map. That's all I wanted.
Let's go, dude.
That's
Hell
all I
yeah.
wanted. It's free to play for. Oh wait, that's right. Multiplayer is fucking free. It's like the story mode and
Yeah.
some extra stuff
Okay. That's
not
what
free.
you probably pay for then. Yeah.
I haven't paid for it. I'm gonna be enjoying the free shit because
Yeah.
fuck.
I haven't purchased it yet either. I would say World of Warcraft though. Final answer for my game, just because it's been there for me. First time I ever played it was 2005 or 2006. I had the chicken pox, and before that, I had only watched my dad play, and I've always asked like, hey, when can I play? And he was like,
Yeah.
not yet, but soon. And then I got chicken pox and he had to go to work. He sat me down, he gave me his login. He said, have fun. And I didn't itch once for the chicken pox. I was locked into that fucking game.
That's insane.
There's a lot of nostalgia and memories built around the game, I think, which is why it's so hard for me to break away from it.
Yeah.
Even with how shitty the company is, I still catch myself like trying to having that feeling of wanting to log in and play. Because loading into the game, like for me, the music is my favorite thing in World of Warcraft. They do a really great job in making you feel immersed. So I'll go in, I'll make a character and just sit in the starting zone for Night Elves, high as fuck, and I'll just vibe. It's great.
That honestly sounds like a good time. All right, we got 5 more.
Oh, it is.
At what age do you
Okay.
want to retire?
I never thought about that. I never give it proper thought. I think I have like the default age in my head of like 65, but like I don't know. Whenever I'm able to retire, like as soon as I feel like I have the ability to retire, I'll just fucking do it.
Just pull a ninja, go to a streaming platform for like $8 million or $10 million, stream on it for a year, and then have them pay you out.
Listen, it's a good idea. It worked with him and Shroud.
Yep.
So, and they're both back on Twitch
and
now.
they're both still streaming to
Yep.
less numbers than
They're-
what they left with.
Yep.
Yep. Dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
Milk chocolate.
All day.
Although when I get older, I appreciate dark chocolate a little bit more, but
Yep.
some of it's just way too bitter for me.
Yep. Anything above like 85% is a no-go.
Mm-hmm.
That's a no. LA or New York? As somebody who lives near.
I've never been to New York, so I'm going to choose New York.
I've
And
been
I'm going to
to
be
it.
trying to go in August.
It's not that great, but let me know when you do because I have a free plane ticket down to New York from my buddies because they live there
Oh,
and they're
hell.
like, hey, when you coming down next? We're paying for your ticket. I'm like, all right, bet. You did it the first time. We'll do it again.
Hell yeah, dude.
Two more. What's your favorite clothing brand currently?
Oh, whatever Target sells, man. I think it's called Goodfellow. Target has really stepped up their game in terms of clothing, and the
Really?
Goodfellow brand is fucking fantastic. Yeah, dude. Murdoch will agree with me as well. We both shop at Target, and like he went to the Target when he came down for
Yep.
boys trip, and he left with like 3 or 4 like nice button-up shirts, and then I showed up one of the days with my nice button-up shirt from Target. And we were just like, "Let's go, hey, Target shirts, whoa!"
God fucking damn it. We don't have Targets in Toronto now. Like
What?
there's very rare there's very little Targets left in Canada.
Why?
Don't know. It took over Zellers and then Target just kind of got run to the ground after like a year just because of Walmart. Walmart's always been like the number one.
Damn. Okay.
It's shit because Target was so much better. Final one.
Oh yeah.
Scale from 1 to 10. How good are you at trivia? General knowledge.
4.
We're gonna find out at the end of this podcast.
I'm giving myself wiggle room, okay?
There you
Because
go.
I people already know I'm stupid. I get called a himbo a lot.
No what?
A himbo? It's like the male version of a bimbo.
The-
I implore you to look it up later.
I
It's okay.
I
Or
know what
somebody
a
in chat
bimbo
can post the
is.
definition.
I know what a
Yeah.
bimbo is, but damn, fuck
Yeah.
that one hurts to hear. And
No,
yes,
I'm smart with some things, but
yes,
you know.
bum, we're not in the target market. With that being said, let's jump a little further ahead into your content creation. What we talked about the beginnings, we talked about the glow up of your stream, we talked about where you were before stream, but you came back after the year and a half of not putting yourself first, and you came back. We kind of talked about it already. You started off with variety, but mainly on Realm Royale, and then into Fortnite, and then you came back on way more variety.
hmm
What made you come back under the gaming scene? Still.
I just wanted to hang out with my friends and play games with them and just, just kind of crack jokes. And I figured if I'm going to be doing that, if I'm going to be sitting at my computer for this long because of COVID, then why not stream the games that we're playing together? And we hopped around from everything. The initial friend group that Bum and I found, we decided to play a game called Deceit.
That was the first game
Um,
you came back on. May 1st.
yeah, man. Yeah, dude. So Deceit, I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I ended up loving it. And what ended up happening is it wasn't like a hugely streamed game. So there was a streamer and her friend. They were going through to see who were streaming in that category.
Yeah.
So they could try to group up, and that's how we met our friends, Tough Girl and Susie. Susie was streaming at the time too, and yeah, we just played with them every day, and then we just played every game in between that you could think of. Like Valorant came out, a lot of Valorant was played.
Yeah.
Um, what else? It was just we literally just played everything, man.
Nah, and like in going through your Twitch tracker, you can definitely see because like you went from Valorant to EFT to Pummel Party to Deceit to you were Warzone for a little while as well, but you were streaming
hmm
pretty much every single day for the entirety of 2020 from when you came back to the end of it.
Yeah.
As somebody who's also streamed every single day for over a year and is no longer able to do that, what did you learn from streaming every single day that made you change your schedule to now like three to four streams a week?
That I don't want to stream every day. It's exhausting. It's draining. Once again, I was redirecting my energy into something else to put off taking care of myself. That's what that was. And I wanted to find a way because I still wanted to stream. Streaming was very important to me, but I wanted to try to do it in a healthier way and format a schedule because I was looking at other streamers around me and seeing what they were doing, and I was starting to do even more and more research to figure out how I can improve myself
Yeah.
as a streamer. So
And just at the end of the day, you kind of like dwindled down your schedule. Like I said, you went from 7 days a week. I think you only missed like 6 streams from May 1st to December 31st of 2020. Like you only missed 6 days.
yeah,
Which is just insane to even think about. But you converted your stream schedule around. You started more fine tuning your content, focusing on certain games at a time instead of just, sporadic every single time. Did you feel like you had to become a streamer that was known for one game instead of variety as much as you might not want to become that at a
Yes.
certain point?
100%. I think that's the struggle that people deal with as well when you're trying to be a gaming streamer on Twitch. It goes back to feeling like you have to follow the trends for the big games. You either feel like you have to do that or you have to stick to one game where people can recognize you for that game that you're playing. And that game for a bit ended up becoming Apex.
Yep.
Played a lot of Apex. I still love the game. Um,
I want to get back
and
into it.
I, Yeah, it's a good game to play, man. I got some really cool community members from it. I lost a lot of cool, really community members from it when I stopped playing games on stream, and that's fine. That's part of the way.
Happens.
That's how things happen naturally. A lot of people tune in to watch you do one thing, and if you do something they're not used to, they'll leave.
Yep.
And that's just kind of the normal way of Twitch, and that was really hard to come to terms with as well.
Yep, people come and go on Twitch. People's attention span is only so long, and if you stop doing something that they enjoy the most, then they're just going to find somebody else that's doing it just so they can enjoy it. The real ones
Yeah.
are the ones that stay for you, not for what you're playing or doing.
Yeah, exactly, and
Right.
that's been proven to me recently. I had old community member come in about a month ago, and they were like, "I miss the old Shack," and I was like, "Ouch, dude." I was like, "You can't see that what I'm doing is like
Better.
for the good for me and for my channel. Like I feel better about everything that I'm doing. I wasn't happy back then. I was forcing myself to play games just because I thought that's what I was supposed to do."
Yeah. And
Yeah.
now, like, the position that you're at is leaps and years past what you were, right?
Hmm.
Which, once again, it's still only the beginning, but it's awesome to see, like, even though I've been following you for like 6 months now, you've doubled since I followed you, which is
Yeah.
fucking phenomenal, right? And you, like I said, you've surrounded yourself with the right people. You're continuing to grow. You're continuing to innovate your stream, and it's fucking awesome to see it as somebody who's, done a couple things with you, but also just as a viewer, right? It's just
Thank you,
awesome to
man.
see. But I want to get away from the sappy, sentimental stuff
Okay.
because before we get into current day, I do kind of have a little special segment that I don't get to do with many people.
Uh-oh.
I want you to describe the photo.
You want me to describe a photo?
I want multiple photos. I have 5 that I want you
Right.
to describe. And here's the thing, you are a man of many talents. But one that people
Hmm.
might not be too familiar with is you are an excellent cosplayer. So can you tell me about this photo?
Okay, so I did a Tipathon, which is different from a subathon. I didn't want Twitch. You can call me selfish if you want,
Oh,
but
I'm
I
doing a
still think
tipathon
that
for a
Twitch
PC,
takes.
don't worry.
There you go. I think Twitch takes an unfair portion out of our subs and stuff like that, and we deserve to get paid a little bit more. And they should adjust it. So I decided to do a Tipathon. This is my first time doing something like that, and one of the goals was, if I reached a certain amount of money, I had to have my mom do a full face of makeup, and then I was going to put on her sundress, which is still in my closet. That's not the first time that sundress has showed up either. I wore it for Hired or Fired as well with Sam and
I
Nun.
remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's my favorite thing to do. That dress actually got me a hate rate and follow bought it because people were mad that a dude was wearing a dress. And what I did is we bum and classy, we put it in emote only mode. I blast Whitney Houston. I want to dance with somebody, and I danced and sung the whole way through it. I was like, "Fuck you."
Yes. That's the best thing that you could fucking do.
Yeah,
Hate
man.
rates are
I'm like,
stupid.
I'm not gonna let you get to me with your fucking little peepees, dude. Your small brains.
Well, I mean, speaking of little peepees, you are also pretty good at cosplaying as Woody on Corn Dog. So, like Woody the Neon Cat.
Did Bum send you that?
No,
How'd you get that?
I
Did you
found it.
screenshot that from my? What the fuck?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
people can find
That's
this
been my
photo.
wallpaper for a very long time. This
People
is
can find this photo.
fantastic.
It's in your
So
Discord.
one
It's in the meme section. It's up near the top. What
Oh,
do you
I
think? I
forgot
also
that was
got this
there.
one.
Beautiful.
But anyways, you
Uh,
explain what happens with Woody on a corn dog.
I don't remember if it was Bum or Dora who made that one. If Bum's still in the chat, maybe he can confirm who did it. But there was one night when I was streaming and Bum and Dora just decided to make memes of me. And I forgot what I was doing there. Maybe I was like dancing or some shit, and they just decided to Photoshop me, and we had to choose which one which one we thought was better. So there's another one too. There's also another meme where I'm edited. I was wearing I had a Channel Point Redemption where I had to wear a full suit, and I had my my button up. It was a blue shirt, and I made the joke that I looked like a Chase Bank employee, and I got photoshopped into like a bank vault kind of thing, and it was yeah.
Well, so we've gone from, being in a dress to Woody, right? We also have
Mm.
Captain Jack Sparrow, which I think is fitting
Yeah.
after the Johnny Depp situation. But what caused this outfit or this meme in general?
I was drunk.
Oh no, no shit! You're sitting there with a bottle of alcohol like this.
Yeah, I was drunk. Rum and whiskey are my two favorite
We're gonna
alcohols to
enjoy
consume.
TwitchCon, baby.
We finally booked our Airbnb, bro. I'm fucking excited.
You're gonna have to let me know like what area you're in. I want to see if we're similar because I might have to change mine.
We're like 10 minutes from the convention center.
Walking?
Driving.
Okay, so, I think I'm
Yeah.
like 15 or 20.
Okay.
I want to figure it out because a lot of, or not a lot, but I think half of my old Airbnb group is canceled. So
Really?
yeah, I might have to figure out a different situation for me, which is gonna be interesting. But
Trying to
that's
fix the lights. Sorry.
yeah, no, don't worry about it. But so what in this photo is edited and what is not? Because obviously that parrot's real, but
Yeah, obviously the parrot's real.
yeah,
And the floating text.
yep.
Now everything in the background, including the parrot and the pirate hat and the eye patch, that's all. That's
So
all
everything is
Photoshop.
edited. Jesus.
I was literally the clip does not exist anymore. I've deleted a bunch of my old clips. Hopefully, I don't think it exists anymore. I was talking about rum, and so I forget what somebody was saying in chat, but I was like tapping it on my head. I was like, it gets the job done. It gets the job done. It's cheap, but it gets the job done.
So
I don't
it's
drink like
funny
that
that you
on stream
mentioned that
anymore.
clip because no, I'm kidding. I don't have it.
Oh God, bro. Oh God.
It's also funny how both swimmers have shown up in chat today. Hi, swimmer number one. The fourth one is kind of a double header. You've
Mm.
cosplayed as Sid the Sloth.
Mm.
Where did this
Okay.
one come from? For people that
My
don't
whole
know.
life, my whole fucking life, okay? People have said I look like Sid the Sloth. And then when I got older, people started to say I reminded them and I looked like Nick Miller. So the one with the glasses, is actually a free emote for my channel, for followers and stuff. It's got my glasses and my goatee on Sid the Sloth. The other one is a hybrid of Sid the Sloth's face with my hair, and my headset on Nick Miller's body. That's a fantastic look, Trolleyzz. This is
Thank
great.
you. I know, right? I just got 10 times hotter.
PNG tuber. Look at you go.
Look at that.
God damn it. Select your dandelion of the season. Yeah. Yeah. They do this every year. Yeah.
Final one. I'm pretty sure you know what one is missing. If I have those four, there's got to be one more. When you were Wiener Man.
Wiener Man.
Tell me about what happened to Wiener Man. I could get the
Okay.
full outfit. This is a screenshot from a TikTok. But yeah, tell me about Wiener Man when you dressed up as a full-blown hot dog with condiments and a bun.
This was right after Halloween. Is when I purchased the costume. Because it was on sale, and I thought it would be funny to have a channel point redemption where I put on this fucking hot dog costume. And I would use it for bits and stuff when I would show up on people's streams because I thought it was funny. But at the time, I would use it as a crutch because I didn't know how to be on people's streams. So I would just put on the hot dog costume and be like,
You're
"I'm
starting
a
to
hot
sound
dog."
like me. I do that with the Teletubby outfit, man. Don't call me out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. It was something to help me feel more comfortable, I guess.
Yeah.
I threw it away because I left it in a place where my cat could get to it, and she decided I don't deserve to have it anymore, and she pissed on it, so I threw it away. And cat pee is very difficult.
Ah, you might cut out. Ah, echo.
Okay.
Huh? Yep. Echo. Nope, there's none. We're good. Chak should be back in 3, 2, 1. Pushing him for time because he's slowing down. This is all in one take. This is not being edited out of the podcast. He can stay muted the entire time. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, just talk with your hands. How about a boom? Hey, bada boom. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. One moment. Oh. Is the mic dead? Yep. No, take your time. Take your time with it. Yep. Take your time with it. Don't worry. Yeah. Ooh, ooh. Oh! How'd you do that? Where's my fidget toy? Here, this is for the live viewers, right? People on Spotify are gonna be questioning what the fuck's going on, but nope, that's the wrong way to do it. It's this way, and then we do. Nope, it's this. Ah, shit. And then nope, it's still not working, Jack. And then this, and then this, and then bow. Wow, look. Yeah, wow, this is my fidget toy. This is literally a little fucking puzzle thing. That's my fidget toy. Jack, what's wrong, bro? Ah! Have you tried turning it off and on? I know, wow, that's so crazy. Nah, I literally fidget with this metal puzzle half the time. For people on Spotify, TheChak's mic is currently shit in bed for some reason. We don't know why, but it's perfectly fine. Make sure that if you want to see any of the photos that were popped up on screen, or you want to see any of the future live recordings, these are all done on Twitch. They are done around 7:30 p.m. Eastern every Thursday, unless stated otherwise in the Discord. Ah! Okay, we're back. Could it be my end? I don't think it's my. Am I shitting me? It is you? Okay. Oh, the mic's back on though. But we can't hear you. Fuck. Ah. It's all good. It's all good. Take your time. Take your time. Yeah, check Windows setting for the default mic output, maybe. Black Diamond Rays is a good point because I've done that before. Man's reaching for something to type. I don't know what it is. But yeah, make sure if you are on Spotify listening to this is not going to be edited out, so you're going to have to deal with like 2 minutes of awkward silence. That's perfectly fine. I'm just too lazy to edit. Yeah. In the meantime, just stare at Chak's ass crack for the people that are watching. And if you're on YouTube, just, you know, stare at that. That's all you got to do. I mean, also, at the end of the day, we could talk about how he's probably as passionate, if not more passionate, with kissing than he is with theater, but that's a story for another time.
Kissing is cool,
oh,
man.
there we go. Whoa, he's back.
Kissing is cool, man. I don't know. So, okay, listen. I don't know what default setting this is on. I don't know how it sounds. I'm sorry.
Really loud. It's okay. I'll adjust you. Don't worry. There's just no there's no limiter to it. I could hear everything.
Fuck this shit, dude.
Oh, you're better.
Why is my hold on.
You know, it's a sigh of, oh, I fucked up.
It reset all my stuff.
Oh,
it reset my entire profile. My gain is so high. Okay, hello. Is this better?
You're a lot lower now.
You could probably turn me back up.
I'm turning you up currently, past where you were, but it's all good.
I love the beacon mic. Don't get me wrong. This is cool. This is fun for me. Awesome. Wonderful mic. But the software, I'm going to fucking kill it. I'm going to destroy it.
I mean, it is what it is. The tech issues. Here's the thing. People know on my stream, it's not a Trolleyzz stream without a tech issue.
There you go.
Doesn't have to be mine. This time it was Chak's.
Yep.
It is what it is. It's you. Yeah, mic issues, Eldest. It's funny that you came in when we're talking about mic issues, but it's a story that I missed to talk about, so we're just going to jump right into it. How did you learn how to kiss?
Okay. Well, so that was probably my first taste of doing more of like a just chatting stream. And I had a lot of fun doing that. That was before I realized I could keep doing just chatting streams. So I did this for fun. I had people send me awkward videos, like so awkward that it just made us uncomfortable. And somebody linked me a video and it was how to kiss. So I was like, let's bump this up to another level and let's make it uncomfortable for everybody else. And I'm gonna follow along with the video. And the process, when I do it, it's gonna make me look like I'm putting a pee-pee in my mouth because it's funny.
Now here's the funny part with this photo too, right? Number one, thank God you grew out your hair. I find that ironic. Number two,
okay, here we go.
It does look like you suck a dick. Number three, would you ever give people the tutorial again?
If they ask for it, yeah, I'd do it.
All right, so I'm asking for it. Can you give us a kissing tutorial?
Okay, so it's very important. They said lined out in the video. I'll help you out here. Hold on. They line you out in the video where you're supposed to take your hands and cup it, right? And so the way that your hands kind of form lips, okay? And what you have to do is you just kind of lean in. You don't want to be too aggressive with it, okay? You want to just kind of gently, gingerly put your lips on the other set of lips. Not too much tongue, not too much teeth. You don't want to go in like this. You don't want to go in like this.
You're not Aaron Yeager.
Nope, not Aaron Yeager.
I bought a JoJo shirt today at work. That's all I'm happy about. Just talking about anime.
Let's
The
go.
whole 6 animes I've ever watched. But
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
oh fuck yeah. But damn, now I know how to kiss. So it's just
Congrats. You could practice
like that,
with me
right?
at TwitchCon.
Bet, fucking bet. I mean, I have to get a step ladder because you're
ooh.
7'10", but it is what it
That's
is.
fair.
It is what it is.
It is what it
It
is.
is what it is. All right, we've gone through all the photos from that little segment. Yeah, I just kind of like deep dove and found some photos of you, and I figured it'd be funny to kind of hear the story on why they exist. But
Yeah.
I want to kind of start to wrap everything up talking about current day. There are 2 topics from current day that I want to talk about, and I'm pretty sure you can guess which 2 they are.
Okay.
First one, boys trip.
Okay.
Boys Trip was something that you went on recently, and for people that don't know what it was a streamer/friend meetup that was on a smaller scale than what I went through. I went through SorryCon, and we had like 30 to 40 people, some of which are in chat right now. But you met up with some of your closest streamer friends, and
Yep.
some people who have become your closest streamer friends. What was your initial reaction to the thought of actually going to Boys Trip?
Pure excitement. Pure excitement. And it wasn't until that I got there how much I have changed socially as a person due to COVID. Because usually I'm able to just get right in there and talk about anything and everything with people. But what ended up happening is I ended up kind of getting overstimulated. And I was overthinking through every conversation. I still had so much fun throughout the way, but most of the time it was just me kind of hanging in the back, just kind of like listening, watching my friends like have fun and stuff like that, and then chiming in every now and again,
Yeah.
when I could. And I didn't used to be like that, so it was really weird. Like every time I got home, I was like, "Who the fuck am I, dude? What's happening?" But it's just coming to terms. People change with how they are socially. I wasn't in a social environment for a very long time. So it's just the process of trying to ease yourself back into it. And I think getting thrown into a boys trip like that might have been too much for me. I felt burnt out on like the 3rd day. I just felt very tired. And then it wasn't until after that 3rd day that I started to act a little bit more like myself.
No, I can completely understand that. I mean, in the words of Capri, who told me a little bit of info about Boys Trip, not really too much, but he says, and I quote, "Chak stays inside all the time, Omega lol." Not in
Yeah.
regards to Boys Trip, just 2 years. No, I'm kidding. But speaking of Capri, though, he was somebody who you met previously before Boys Trip,
Mhm.
right? Somebody who you've hung out with.
Yeah.
And you talk a lot how he's become one of your closest friends, but at the end of the day, nobody could avoid the Capri memeing. So, like, you're our male model here.
Nope.
But he turned you into an 85-year-old man. Oh, Mike. Echo. Should come back here in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. So, anyways,
Okay. Sorry,
you're a male model here, right?
Okay.
Fucking nips out, guns out. But
Mhm.
Capri memed you, made
Yeah.
you into an 85-year-old man with a hairline receding further to my forehead. What was your initial reaction when you saw this on Twitter?
Well, he showed us the pictures after he made them because we were all just kind of vibing in the jacuzzi. And I
Wait,
didn't
he
have my
made these
glasses
in
on.
the jacuzzi?
Yeah, man. Yeah. It was pretty funny. He took like 15 minutes to do this, and he was so excited and chuckling to himself the whole time. So I didn't have my glasses on at the time when I looked at it, so I didn't notice how bad it was until I got home that night, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, bro! Because before that, I was like, fuck it, let's make this all our profile pictures just as a joke on Twitter. And then I got home and I was like, nope, fuck that, not doing that.
It disrespected you. Like, god
Mm.
damn.
It did. It did.
But memeing aside, on a serious note, on a scale from 1 to 10. Wait, no,
Mhm.
that's my wrong note. Why the fuck am I reading that?
I don't know.
I don't know
Tell-
either. No, fuck. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. Even though I'm reading on script, I still have like my standard stuff that I talk about that I just have words that kind of help me, and then I skipped so far down. Dyslexia sucks, bro. Like, it sucks. What was your favorite moment from the trip? Even though you said that you were kind of like introverted to yourself listening, which is something that I can personally relate to because I do that with all of my friend groups.
Mhm.
Unless it's like just me and my two best friends, because then you can't really be an introvert in a group of three. I mean, you could, but what's your favorite memory from the entirety of Boys Trip?
Favorite memories is for me, when Capri, Astra, and Tiff would tap out for the night and go to bed.
Boomers.
Uh, Spicy Bean, Raph, Murddog, and Scooters and I would all go up to Scooters' hotel room, and we would just continue drinking, just kind of shooting the shit. And then these bits just kind of came out of nowhere because Scoot bought a lightsaber at Star Wars Land at Disney, and so they would turn off the lights and they would create these fucking off the whim bits, and it just left us cackling like fucking hyenas to the point where like our heads were hurting, like our stomachs were in pain and shit. And it was so much fun. I would say out of everybody on the trip, those are the people I'm the most comfortable with right now. Not that there's a problem with Tiff or Astra or Capri, but I just know them a little bit better
Yeah,
compared to everybody else. And it was just yeah, I don't know. That was the most comfortable I felt probably throughout the whole trip. It's just it felt like a Discord call. That's
yeah.
what that felt like. Late DGen hour Discord call. Just dicking around saying the dumbest of things.
It's like I can understand where you come from with that. Like with StoryCon, you saw the amount of people that were there. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, it did spread off into like 4 to 5 kind of groups. Realistically, it was three. It was two main groups of like 12 people, and then it was a group of four, and I was part of the group of four. I was the person
Mhm.
that like I live in Toronto. Toronto's big enough for me to say that. But I was almost like the tour guide to the people that didn't know Toronto, and the people that I was vibing with were that smaller group. Like I vibed with everybody, I feel like, but the people in that smaller group are the ones that I was vibing with the most. They were the ones that was just like, it's fucking great to meet them for the first time, and it was just an instant click. And I feel like that's
Oh,
kind of the same thing that you had with the group up in the hotel room. Is from StoryCon 1, I felt the same way, where we all went up to the hotel room, we were playing like Mario Kart and stuff like that, and then we ended up playing Wheel of Fortune, and Mobbin couldn't spell green juice with only 3 letters missing, and she
oh
was
no.
just like, Poos? Loose? But
Oh no.
UICE was already up there.
Oh no. That should have been okay.
And it was only like 3 letters remaining, and she couldn't get juice because she was drunk. And that's one of like the funniest moments. And that had all of us crying. So I fully get what you mean by just like the hotel shenanigans. Like
Mhm.
people will tap out because there are boomers, Capri. But at, at the end of the day, just still having that tight knit group as part of a bigger
Yeah.
group, those are usually some of the most fondest memories that you'll gain out of any trip. And I feel like the same thing's gonna happen with TwitchCon, and I can't wait because I'm of course gonna want to hang out with like a group of fucking 50 plus at a club, but at the same time I'm also gonna want to be able to hang out with like a group of 4 or 5 at an Airbnb or hotel.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I can't wait for that. That's gonna be, honestly, I feel like it's gonna be one of the best experiences of my life, and I can't trade it for the
Mhm.
world. Now, the other thing I want to talk about with Boys Trip is we talked about your favorite moment. I want you to talk about what you think needs to be improved for Boys Trip 2, if there is one. Because
Boys
I
Trip
spoke
2,
about
I
mine for
would say
StoryCon.
for Boys Trip 2, I would say the one thing that we need to improve on the next time we do this is actually focusing. Like it was fun for us to all meet up and stuff, but I wanted to pump out more content with a
Hmm.
group of people, which we did get to do at times on streams and stuff.
Yeah,
But I
you
really
guys all
wanted
kind
to
of
be
went
able
out to
to
your
do
own
it.
streams.
Yeah, I had this idea where I wanted to bring my Switch or somebody brought their Switch, and I wanted to do an IRL stream where we walked up to random strangers and see if they wanted to play a round of Super Smash, just for fun. And I think that would have been like really cool.
That would
I
have been
want to make
fucking
sure that
hilarious.
right. So for the next time, I want to make sure that we actually have laid out like planned like more content. We ran into some technical issues along the way too. Like we were supposed to IRL while we were at Disneyland, but the rig was being stupid and the camera ended up overheating. So
Oh,
we
fuck.
just kind of like gave up and we were like, you know what? Let's just enjoy this time together and not focus on it. So yeah,
Yeah, no, I get that. Like, you wanted more content. I wanted more planning and organizing. So
yeah, yeah,
I fully get where you come from with that aspect of you. Like, you have your preference on what you wanted to do, and you wish that it was fulfilled a little bit more. Right? And I
yeah.
feel like for TwitchCon, like, a lot of the strangers are going to be other streamers. That shit that you're going to
Mhm.
be able to easily pull off.
Yeah,
Like, you just walk into
absolutely.
somebody with the Switch. Hey, yo, 1v1 me. Fuck you. Just yell
It's
at
gonna be
them.
great. Actually, I think I am gonna follow through and try to do that, and I'll try to see if I can catch like some bigger content creators and be like,
1v1
"Yo,
Ludwig. Smash
well,
Melee,
Ludwig
bitch.
probably won't be at TwitchCon."
I
Well,
mean,
actually, he might because Cutie Cinderella's still on Twitch, so we'll see. I don't know. I know a lot of people in terms of TwitchCon, like they'll probably go to the convention for like maybe a day
yeah.
or half a day, but the rest of it's just gonna be hanging out in San Diego doing
Lit
whatever.
Literally every single person I talk to, it's you're at TwitchCon for a couple hours, and then boom, you're exploring the city. I can't
Yep.
wait because I heard San Diego's got rentable scooters, and
Hmm.
I'm not a skateboard kid, I'm a scooter kid, and I had
Okay.
that first aspect of that in San Antonio, and I want it again, bro. Renting a scooter and just ripping down the streets at 20 miles an hour is so much fun.
Oh yeah. I
It's
want
a
to go
blast.
to. I want to go. There's this restaurant in downtown San Diego. It's a Mexican restaurant, and they make their tortillas from scratch. I don't know if you've ever had fresh tortillas before, like made on the spot, but
Nope.
it is a fucking game changer. Before you
Ooh.
know it, you're 50 pounds heavier because you just keep piling these fuckers into your mouth. It's
I
fantastic.
I'm used to piling fuckers in my mouth. The last topic I want to talk about of your current situation and what's going on.
Hmm.
Take a wild guess.
Are you going to talk about NTS?
No, actually. NTS was
No.
one of the things I
Oh,
didn't really want to talk about because at the end of the day,
yeah.
NTS was a big experience. NTS
Hmm.
was honestly a game changer for you. And
Yep.
you did come in second, but I mean, the person you lost to, Nikki Stones, right? Also an amazing content creator. Either one of you could have
Yeah.
easily won that. Hell, any of the top four could have easily won that. So you know what?
Yeah.
We're on the topic of it before we go into my final one. Let's talk about NTS.
Okay. What do you
On,
want to know?
on the whim, what was it like finding out that you were in the top 32?
I cried. I wasn't expecting to cry. I was sitting in a Discord call with a bunch of people, and these names kept popping up. They kept showing up, and my name wasn't showing up yet. And then I saw Nandre's name pop up for the very last slot. And then something clicked in my head where I was like, "You son of a bitch." I was like, "I think I'm gonna show up right now against Nandre," which is fucked up, Jay. I still want to talk to you about that. um, and I didn't realize how badly I wanted it. So when I saw my name pop up and they started playing my video, I instantly just lost my shit. I started crying. Like I muted, and then I was like, "Oh, I know. I didn't realize how bad I wanted this. Oh my fucking god!" And then people were like, "Breathe, bro, breathe." I was like, "I gotta go tell my mom. Like I don't know what to do. I don't know how to process this." And then I walked out to go tell my mom. She wasn't fucking home, so I just had to like sit with that. I texted her. She didn't like respond to the text or anything like that. And I was like, "Fuck, this is like a big deal." So I wasn't expecting to make it as far as I did.
And going from top 32 to top 16, which is viewer voted,
Yeah.
right? And this is nothing against Nandre because he is one of the funniest creators on Twitch as well. You beat
Hmm.
Nandre, right? Which at the time we know he is a bigger creator, and yes, that does have a
Hmm.
little bit of pull on these voting situations. But
Yeah.
your audition, flat out, you know, beat a creator that's got a larger platform, that's got a bigger following, kind of thing. But at the end of the day, you won the hearts of many through NTS, and that's why you made it to
Hmm.
top 16. From there, right, you have to plan, what is it, a 20-minute kind of segment of your stream in a way.
Yep.
Walk us through the process on why, or like what happened and why you chose what you did to do.
It was stressful. I'm going to say this. This is not a knock on Hover at all, but it was just stress inducing. It was difficult. But thankfully, because I had taken that time to just write down a bunch of ideas, I already kind of had an idea for what I wanted to do. And I had yet to bring this news segment to stream. And I said, what a great way to test the waters, then plug it for a 20-minute segment. So I started right away when I figured out I was on the top four. I smoked some weed. And then I immediately started writing out a script for the news segment because I also wanted to showcase, like, I wanted to make sure that when people were on the stream, it wasn't just about them. I wanted to make sure I was still the main focal point to prove to people that I can do just as well by myself
Yep.
without having other people on it. So I created the script. I wrote this script. I gave lines to myself and I wrote lines for everybody else, Roto, Ham, and Navius. And I did not let them see the script until the moment we had to do the bit. So I made them say really ridiculous fucking things. Um, and it was fantastic. And I told them, I said, please, the only thing that I ask of you is when you see the script, don't hold back your initial reactions. If you want to laugh or make a remark based off of something you have to say, do it because it makes it funnier.
Yeah.
Um, and it ended up working pretty well. I was nervous though because Spooger also
Bouchard.
ended up doing a news segment as well. So I did like a little call out. I was like, Spooger, I'm coming for you, that kind of thing. Um, I just felt like it needed to be done.
Listen, all I gotta say about the whole hover situation, as somebody who's been around it since season talk, 3, 2, 1, talk.
Hello.
Hello. Every
I
time I
don't know
see your
what.
mic flash red after the echo, I know you're good. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just the red flash, even though it's doing it right now, is the
Yeah.
time that I know that you're good. Um, but with NTS, as somebody who's been around since season 2, like it's been incredible to watch the growth of people that win it. Right, the first winner, we can be honest, didn't capitalize on the opportunity that they had, and then there was the second winner. We know who that second winner is.
Free some pee pee.
Capri Sun Peepee, right? And he was the one that kind of showed NTS is something that streamers can use, right? If
Mhm.
done correctly. NTS season 3. We talk about that, and that is, were you popping? Am I skipping a season? Were you season 4?
I was season 4, but I did audition for season 3 and I didn't make it.
Who won season 3? I can't remember.
Big Mommy Alexa.
That is right. And Big
Hmm.
Mommy Alexa has also gone on to be partner and has been on the
Yep.
front page of Twitch as well. Like Big Mommy Alexa is somebody who I watch from like the sidelines.
Hmm.
Not 100% my content because of course I can't be liking every single person's content, but Big Mommy Alexa is somebody
Yeah.
who I follow. I love what they do. It's just not my kind of content to watch on stream. It's simple. It's fair. We go to season 4. You're in it. You're in
Hmm.
top 4. You end up being second. Like, what was the initial reaction when you found out you were second? Did you feel defeated? Did you feel excited? Did you feel honored? What did you feel? Honest reaction.
Initially, like right away, like initial reaction was,
Mike. 3, 2, 1, talk.
God damn
Yep,
it,
you're
dude.
good.
I'm so sorry.
No,
This
it's
has
okay.
not
It's
happened
okay.
before.
It's okay.
So initial reaction, it's I sat with it for a second, but it was more so just excitement. Like it was a sense of relief. Because I made it this far. I wasn't expecting to make it this far with the content. Literally, for my last 20-minute segment that we did for the top 4, I taught chat their ABCs with a Google slide, and each one correlated to some specific streamer that everybody would know from NTS and stuff. And then I just added little bits of comedy and stuff in there too. So I was stoked to get to second place, and I'm very happy for Nikki because I think I would have had the same reaction if anybody else won.
Yeah, Mike.
We all
You're
put
back.
in a lot of really hard work.
Yeah.
Um, so it was just, I was like, we're over with it. We're done with it now that I have proven to myself and to other people that I'm a good streamer. Because going into it, I didn't think I was. Um, I was like, now I have to capitalize on everything that I have shown to everybody else. I got to move with it. And that part was a lot of stress that I had to sit with as well too, because I had to make sure I was like, I got to continue to prove my worth,
Yeah.
to continue to make people want to watch me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that was exhausting. That led to me taking like a week off a couple months later, but now we're good.
Now you're good.
Good to go.
And here's the thing: you say you're a good streamer. Stop lying to yourself. You're a fucking fantastic streamer.
Thank you, man.
Shut up. But like at the end of the day, and it's something that I feel like you're a person that doesn't focus on your numbers. Something that you might not
Sometimes,
know is before NTS you're averaging about 10,
yeah.
and then with NTS you've tripled and you've continued to grow from there. So if that
Hmm.
doesn't say something that you have capitalized from this as well, I don't know what does. And you've done it the
I,
right way. You're not doing it in a way that's just trying to, please everybody and torture yourself like you started your streaming with gaming.
mhm.
You're now doing what you love with your content, and it shows, and people are loving and respecting it. And that's why people are sticking around and helping you grow. And honestly, you're partner by the end of this year. Easy. Honestly, partner,
Thank you.
hopefully by the end of the summer, but I say by the end of the year, guaranteed.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Shut the fuck up. Last final topic I want to talk about, even though you kind of not rebuttal, you kind of, threw NTS in there. I don't know why I never added it. I just felt like it was something that a lot of people knew. But for people that might not know who you are, NTS is a really good thing to talk about. Even though Hover's, let's be honest, a little bit of a decline right now, I still feel like Hover is a good platform. They just kind of need to get into that next step of what are they going to do?
Yeah,
What are they gonna do to bring old faces back and new faces in?
Mm-hmm.
Right. But let's talk about your Rust server.
Okay.
Come on, you knew this one was coming.
Mm-hmm.
It is the current talk of the town. It is a 100-person or 100-streamer Rust server. That is a week long. That features the infamous Murdusi.
Does.
It's done it's done two things for you. It's allowed you to bring a large group of creators together and create one of the largest networking events for them in a most natural, organic way. But it's also showed people that you're really fucking weird and you press your crouch button with your thumb. What the fuck is wrong with you, Chak?
Okay, shut up! Shut up!
Chak,
I always no.
Left control
I
with your
always change my
thumb.
crouch button to something else. I know it's weird. Nobody told me I was wrong.
Chak!
I had my own keys at the time. Nobody told me otherwise.
Chak!
Come on,
Chak!
I got big hands. It's an easy stretch, just.
That's
it's just
not a
little
stretch
boop,
that
boop,
you do. That's carpal
boop.
tunnel.
No, boop boop. I got it. Boop boop. Easy. Boop.
Shout out to Rhoda for letting me know how disgraceful you are with your crouch button. But on a serious note, this is where I read from last time on a scale from 1 to 10. How hard was it for you to get the server up and running and everybody organized on it?
Roto and I would not have been able to do this by ourselves without Bum. Bum has been a fucking key component. The moment Bum got involved, he created Google Docs to keep track of everybody who's interested. He created a secondary Google Doc for an application so people can fill it out and put their username in there so we can allow list people to be on the server. The organization that has happened with the server would not be possible without him. And I'm fucking forever grateful. Bum stayed up a super long time trying to troubleshoot the server when it wasn't coming up. He couldn't get the plugins to install and stuff like that. He gets all credit for making sure the server is running smoothly, because we would not have all of this without him.
Big shout out, Bum. It's pretty ironic.
Yeah. Fuck you, man.
Now, is there anything that you've learned from this server that you want to carry into a second one? Because I know you've talked about a Minecraft server, which I'm 100% down for. We talked about this like 2 days ago.
So I want to do a Minecraft server, but definitely a smaller scale.
Okay.
And you brought up something earlier, where you said you seem like you're somebody who doesn't focus on numbers a lot. But there's times when I do.
Yeah.
And I noticed with this Rust server, streaming at my normal times is not the play, because everybody else who usually watches me is also participating in the Rust server. My average is 60 right now. I had a stream 2 days ago where my average was 18 or 20. And I saw that, and I wish I didn't see that. But it definitely fucked with my head. So now what I'm doing is I'm still going to continue streaming until the Rust server's closed, but I am streaming later DGen hours.
Your DGen stream last night, you hit 100 views in 5 minutes. I don't know if you know, and I don't know if you want to know, but you did hit triple digits within 5 minutes, right? And I know a couple raids came through and stuff like that, but I was lurking through a lot of it, and I don't want this to go to your head or anything like that, like in the right or wrong ways. But your average was over 100 viewers for your DGen hour Rush stream. And I'm so fucking proud of you for that. Because you kept it entertaining for people at 3 o'clock in the morning as an admin on a Rust server. Like, that just says a lot about you. And, like, who you are as a streamer. And, dude, when I tell you you're hitting partner, I fucking mean it. And I know you're terrible with compliments. You don't know how to accept this. Yeah. But just understand that I'm not the only person that sees this. And everybody in chat right now and during your streams and people that are listening believe in you as the streamer. And there's not a damn thing that you can do wrong that's going to change our mind, because you are just a genuine person. I mentioned this before you even popped in the chat today. You're a natural born entertainer. It fucking shows.
Thank you, man.
Keep being yourself because that stream last night fucking proved it. Like
Thank you,
that
dude.
stream last night proved that you are on your way to that goal of you can entertain 1,000+ people, no problem. You average 10% of that without even planning anything big besides a 2 a.m. I'm gonna degen Rust hour stream.
Mhm.
Says a lot.
Thank you, man. I
Shut,
just like
shut the fuck up.
listen. I'm sorry. Listen. Okay. In terms of me streaming, my goal is as I just want to create a space where people can just forget about shit for a while, just have a good time. And if it's laughing at my expense, I'm totally okay with that. I want to make sure that the people who watch me never felt like how I felt like back in the day. That's the goal for streaming. That's why I love entertaining.
Chak,
Hmm.
I really wish we had this podcast sooner, bro. I mean this because people in my community, I know for a fact, just heard me through you. Because what you just said is exactly what I preach. I want you to be able to forget about the bullshit of life when you watch me. If I can make you laugh once, I've done my job.
Yeah, man. That's it. There's something so magical about being able to say or do something and get a reaction of laughter
Yeah.
from others around you. And it feeds you. It makes you want to keep going.
Yep. And especially since you switched to just chatting, having those chat interactions based on what you do is the driving point to be a just chatting streamer.
Hmm.
You can't be a just chatting streamer with 2 viewers. That's just the
Mm-mm.
honest truth. Like a just
Like
chatting
a
stream.
just stream.
Echo. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, sorry.
We're back. Being a just chatting streamer, you have to feed off of chat. Like, yes, you could do what Capri does, and it's just straight skit content, right, with very, very little chat interactions.
Yeah.
He, nobody else can do what he does right now. I stand behind that. Realistically, nobody else can be putting on the shows that he does.
No way.
And like not interacting with chat and still having that many viewers, right?
Hmm.
At the end of the day, he's still a just chatting streamer, but he's like a special case to it. As a just chatting streamer, you feed off chat interactions, chat fuels what you talk about, right? And at the end of the day, you're at the point where you're able to capitalize on that. Um, and when I say you're natural, like you're a natural at it, it really fucking shows. Like you're just able to flow with those conversations, and if there is a little bit of dead air, because we all experience it, you're able to improvise and kind of just keep the entertainment going until chat picks up again, because we know that's what's going to happen. As somebody who's been streaming for years like you have, you know all of this subconsciously, and you don't let it affect you, and that's the greatest part that any streamer can take. So what I want to ask you before we wrap everything up, what are the 3 pieces of advice you give to a streamer who is just starting out, or who might not be, you who might be struggling to get their feet wet?
Hmm.
You can make them as
Okay,
cliche as
three.
you want, or you can make them as unique to you as possible.
Okay, one's going to be technical. One's going to be technical. Please do not download those silly little streamer UI bundle packages with those bulky ass. It's not needed. Less is better in terms of streaming. You don't need all these intricate things. You don't need to rely on outside things to provide you the content. In terms of if you're just starting out streaming, even if it's just with gaming, if you're having difficulty speaking, just practice talking to yourself while you're playing games off stream. Just talk. Just talk about anything. You're probably going to start off narrating the things that you're doing in a kind of a weird way, like, "Ooh, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to chop down this tree."
That's the
But
best thing that
from
you can
there,
start with.
yeah, and from there you're going to figure out how to talk and interact with people, because the last thing somebody wants to see when they come into a stream is silence from the streamer. They want to get to know you.
Warzone streamers just
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. Third piece of advice.
third. That was just one.
You s- Wait, no, it's two. Technical, right? And then they're talking.
Oh, what? So what do you mean by technical then?
Um, Take the time to figure out your equipment. Don't spend money on expensive equipment and expect that to make you a better streamer, because it won't. It won't.
Yeah,
Okay, you could totally stream with the bare minimum and you could be okay. Just make sure you watch a video for maybe how to set up mic filters. Make sure you're Yep. Don't do that. You could still do that. That one's a good one.
That one's a good one.
That one's pretty solid. Highly recommend that you do
Yep.
that one. But yeah, it's just you don't need this expensive equipment to be a big streamer. I know a lot of big streamers have it, but they all started with pretty much nothing and then
Yep.
worked their way up to that so they can have the quality that they have. And the content that they created was more important than the quality of the equipment that they had.
I still use the same mic from day one to this day.
Yeah, there you
Blue
go.
Yeti. But I've added
Yeah,
filters and I've had somebody fine tune the audio through a program for me, and it almost sounds like an XLR to some points, right?
yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't need a Shure SM7B and a Go XLR to be providing the
Mhm.
entertainment I provide now. That's just a little
Yep.
accessory to improve my stream.
Yeah,
Quotes are a massive thing on that.
just something little.
Like,
Last thing is, I'm a huge advocate of do not do something if you're not happy doing it. Whether it's something as simple in your everyday life, like a fucking job. If you're not happy, get out of there. Just get out of there. Same with streaming. If you're not happy doing something with streaming, fix it. Because if you're not happy while you're streaming, nobody's going to be happy and enjoy watching you either.
it's a really good way to put it.
Yep.
At the end of the day, when you enjoy what you do, you never work a day in your life, but when you enjoy what you do on stream, it radiates. That energy is
Yeah.
shown. That energy fuels the people that are going to come into your chat and talk about it, right? And I keep referencing it. You're natural born entertainer. You're enjoying what the content that you're producing now. Fuck that guy that said I miss the old Shaq, because he is wrong. He really
Yeah.
doesn't. He just hasn't given you the time. He hasn't given himself the time to adjust to the new you, which is better, right? One
Yep.
of the 3 people from back in the day that used to watch you is saying I miss the old Shaq, but all 60 people that are watching you now are saying I love the new Shaq,
Yep.
right? And people will come and go, and that's one of the biggest things that people kind of don't understand until it's either too late or they just don't want to accept it at all. And I feel like that's what makes 90% of the streamers fail in their first year. You're here
Yep.
4 years strong, and you're just getting started. Shaq, you're in the top 0.5% of Twitch. You're on your way to 2,000 followers. You're averaging 60 viewers.
You said top 5,
Top
0.5%?
0.5. You are top 0.49% right now on
Jesus fuck.
Twitch. And in the past 60 days, you've averaged almost 54 viewers. In the past month, you've averaged 60. You're on your road to 2,000 followers. You will be hitting partner by the end of this year. What's next for you?
Don't stop when I hit partner, though. That's the thing. A lot of
Oh
people
no,
make the mistake where they hit partner and that's the end all be all.
no,
Um,
partners only just one little chapter in your book of streaming.
exactly. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep reaching out to people. I'm going to keep making those connections with newer streamers and making friends. And I'm going to keep growing. Like, I want TheChak to be a household name at this point in terms of Twitch. Like, it's going to happen.
I can't wait to see it. Chak, you know what time it is?
The trivia time.
Yes, sir! Fuck your
God damn it.
sentimental bullshit. Let's talk about trivia. I
No!
closed my trivia tab. Fuck.
Fuck you!
Fuck you. I got it back.
Fuck you!
Control Shift T, motherfucker. I have 15 questions, 3 of which are catered to your interests, 1 with a bonus point, so there's a total of 16. For people in chat currently, this chat is going to be in emote only. Congratulations, get fucked. You cannot help Chak. Chak, the first answer you say confidently is what I'm going to take. You cannot skip a question.
Okay.
You can take as much time as you need as long as you're not searching up the answers. If I see you reaching for your fucking cock on the table, then I know you're typing out something, but I think you're going to be good. Is there anybody that you know who has been on the podcast that you want to beat their score? We can talk about Roto. I'm pretty sure you should beat Roto.
I'm not trying to beat
I hope
anyone.
you
I'm
do.
just trying to get the bare minimum. Okay. The whole typical
Bare minimum is 1 out of
threes, I
16,
live
and that's
by
a
that.
guaranteed point. You have
Wow.
you have a guaranteed point.
Sick. Okay.
So yeah, beat Roto 6. That's all I ask.
Okay. I'll do my best.
All right. What sport do the Harlem Globetrotters play?
What?
What sport do the Harlem Globetrotters play?
Basketball.
What is the highest grossing holiday movie of all time?
Highest grossing holiday movie. Fuck shit. Cock ass. Damn it. Fuck. What's that movie with Bruce Willis? Because everybody says it's a Christmas movie, even though it's not. Fuck.
I'm going to let you know, by the way, there's like very little to no hints, but I'll interject with a hint if needed. Die Hard does not count.
Okay, all right. Die Hard is
Harry Potter movies do not count because they are also almost considered a Christmas movie.
highest grossing Christmas movie.
Holiday movie.
Holiday movie.
Yeah.
This is gonna be wrong. But I'm gonna say Hocus Pocus.
What does the term GPU stand for?
Graphical poop underskirt. Final answer.
Which painter is known for cutting off his own ear?
Van Gogh.
How many balls are on a pool table at the start of a game?
Oh, then.
You're the fourth person in a row to count it out like this.
15.
Which animal breathes out of its butt? Insects do not count.
What? Which animal breathes out of its butt?
Yep.
Seahorse. I don't know.
What is a perfect score in a game of 10-pin bowling?
300.
What is James Bond's preferred drink of choice?
Fuck. I don't know, but he says shaken, not stirred. That's all I got.
I need the name of the drink.
Scotch. Shaken, not stirred.
If you were born on Christmas Day, what is your star sign?
Is it a Sagittarius? I don't know. Sagittarius, sure.
In what book series does Neville Longbottom appear?
Harry Potter.
What is the first element on the periodic table?
Fuck you.
Fuck you!
Aluminum. I don't know.
What year was the first iPhone released? I'll give it to you within 1 year above or below.
2007.
What year did Rust release? I'll give that to you within one.
2016.
What was the color of Frenchie's dress at the dance from Greece? And a bonus point if you could say what fruit Duty said French looked like.
Come on. Was it yellow and a banana? I don't know. I don't remember. I should know this. This is terrible.
Where can people go to find your Twitch?
Twitch.tv/TheChak_.
Sir, do you think you beat Roto?
No.
We're going to go one by one. I got to piss really bad, so I'm not going to speed this up. I can hold it in. My nuts are just screaming, though. What sport did the Harlem Globetrotters play? Also going to get this out of a mode. Only basketball. You're right.
Okay.
What is the highest grossing holiday movie of all time? It is Home Alone.
Fuck. God, that Home Alone, of course. Fuck, man.
What does the term GPU stand for? It is graphics processing unit, not graphical poop underscore.
I said underskirt, but that works too.
Same shit.
Graphical poop underskirt.
Which painter is known for cutting off his own ear? Van Gogh.
Let's go.
How many balls are on the pool table at the start of a game? You forgot the cue ball. It's 16.
Fuck, man. No.
Which animal breathes out of its butt? You were actually close. It's a turtle.
Fuck it. What? Okay, I got 2.
What is a perfect score in a game of 10-pin bowling? 300.
Okay.
What is James Bond preferred drink of choice? It's a martini, shaken, not stirred.
God fucking damn it! Of course
You're not
it
the
is.
first person to say Scotch. You're like the 7th. It's fucking weird.
Why would you get a... Okay, never mind. Okay,
if you were born on Christmas Day, what is your star sign? It's Capricorn.
Oh, fucking bullshit. Okay.
And what book series does Neville Longbottom appear? It's actually Lord of the... No, I'm kidding. It's Harry Potter.
You stupid bitch.
What is the first element on a periodic table? It's hydrogen. There's a song about it. Hydrogen and helium, lithium, beryllium, boron. Yeah.
I never took chemistry. I didn't take school seriously in high school.
I swear to God, people are cheating on this one. When was the first iPhone released? People are getting it right, including you. It's 2007.
Let's go, Chad.
What year did Rust release?
You know why I remember that, by the way?
Why?
2013? Fuck, man. Okay. I remember that because everybody and their mother, all the popular kids, had the iPhones. Well, I still had my shitty fucking flip phone that I had to record ringtones for.
I can't pick up the phone right now, but if you leave a message after the tone, I'll get back to you.
No. So
and then turn up the music on your TV.
So get this. There was a girl that I had a crush on in junior high, and she said her favorite band was Fall Out Boy, and I had not yet listened to Fall Out Boy. I went home. I listened to Fall Out Boy. Okay. What I did is I recorded Sugar We're Going Down. Sorry. I recorded Sugar We're Going Down. I made it my ringtone. Okay. And during the in-between portion before you go to your next class, I had my buddy call. So Fall Out Boy played from my phone. And I was like, oh, sorry about that. I thought it was on silent. Okay. And she goes, you like Fall Out Boy? And I was like, yeah, I love Fall Out Boy. They're pretty sick. So there's that
My
story.
man was smooth. So you're at 5 going into the final 3.
Okay.
What was the color of Frenchie's dress at the dance? And what did she get called? What fruit? Yellow is the correct answer.
Oh.
And pineapple was the fruit.
Fuck.
And where can people go to find your Twitch? What did Roto get?
TV/TheChak_. Roto got 6. That's 7 for me, right?
Chak, you beat Roto.
Suck my dick, Roto, you little bitch.
I hope Roto's listening right now because he did say
I
that
hope
he
he
will
is too.
probably be listening. Hi, Roto. Thanks for letting me know about Chak's stupid thumb pressing crouch. Let him dance on you. All right, Chak. That's going to conclude the podcast here. You've been an amazing guest. It's been a fucking honor to talk to you, get to know you a little bit better, and hopefully we get to set up some fun shit soon. I mean, I'm not on the Rust server, but your Minecraft server, if you don't count me in, I'm actually going to be offended. Is there any final words that you want to tell both of our communities who are here right now live and people listening on Spotify and YouTube? Anything you got going on, anything we can look out for, stuff like that?
Yeah, man. I mean, this weekend we're closing out Rust. We extended it till Sunday. So if we wanted to work something out and you wanted to whitelist you, we can allow list you
I'd
and
have to
get
get
on
the
for a
game
couple
first.
liter dick around. Okay, maybe not. Scratch that
Yep.
then. We're doing that, and then Tuesday, my improv show, Yep, also is making a return.
Yeah.
I got a great cast of people so far. I'm very fucking excited for it. And other than that, I'm working on a show that I want to try to implement with a bunch of people. It's an interview-based show, kind of.
Ooh. Almost like
And
inspiration behind Hired or Fired?
a little bit of inspiration, except it's like you guys would be interviewing to be on like a scuffed version of the X-Men with Professor Xavier. So I will be dressed up as a really scuffed and shitty superhero with my own shitty superpower laid out, and other people will come in dressed up as really shitty superheroes with terrible superpowers. And I'll
I
ask them
got
questions.
you.
This
That's
is
gonna
gonna
be
be great.
fucking funny. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I can't wait.
I'm very excited.
And you want to implement that soon, I'm guessing?
Probably within the next couple of weeks, yeah.
That'll be fucking incredible. I hope people are tuning into that. Chak, this is going to end the recording here. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Troll Talk Podcast. Thank you guys for listening on Spotify and YouTube. Make sure to check out the streams if you can. Twitch.tv/Trolley with 2 Zs. Make sure to check out Chak's link tree in the description. But other than that, I'll talk to y'all next week with our special guest, Mayor Wirtz, a.k.a. your stepdad. I'll talk to y'all next week. Bye-bye.